Because you didn't slow down. Sounds almost like an oxymoron, doesn't it? Almost ironic. I'm basically saying in order for you to go, you must learn how to slow down. To your purpose, to your goals, to your self-worth. Yield. You understand me very well, sir. What is your name? Kano. You're extremely intuitive. And you're watching me so very closely. And right now, I almost feel like you're making a book with what I'm saying. I can see the words downloaded in your mind. Right now, am I making you uncomfortable? I mean no harm. But it's happening. You've had one heck of a life. You have been stronger than most. And you are not feared by much. Nothing that much scares you is what I'm saying. But truth has come to scare you. Not me. I ain't scared. But yielding is important. Once you yield to the purpose, now you can begin to truly hear and see what is in you. How will you know if you don't yield? Overcome is the O. I'm going really quickly. How much time do I have?
10 minutes.
Jesus. Oh, am I keeping y'all? Are y'all mad at me for this moment?
No.
Are you finding some blessings in this moment? Is it what you thought you were going to enter when you came in this room? Somebody said, I'm still confused. O, say O. Overcome. Y-O-U. We're getting somewhere. O is to overcome the obstacles that come your way. Remember, I gave you Joseph Campbell's circle up there. You remember that circle? When you call, get the answer to the call, you will have obstacles. I remember in 2007, I was sitting with Vicki Yohe and Priscilla Shirer at a conference. And literally, I was just in heaven at that moment in the conference and sitting there, and God said, that combined you do. One was singing and one was preaching. And I went, okay, anybody else here? And I was already in ministry. So that wasn't new. But I began to run. 2010, it's no secret. I had a rough part in my life. I was on my way to death. I attempted to give God some help, and I attempted suicide June 9th of 2010. I was tired. I'm not proud of it. It's not a good moment. It's nothing that I'm telling you to try at home. It's simply being honest with you. It's in the book, chapter 2, it's no secret. And when I did it, it's because I was exhausted because I had not yielded to what he was trying to do with me. Instead, I was doing. I was traveling. I was speaking across the country. Schools were bringing me in to talk to administrators. I was at the top of my game. I worked 7 days a week for 5 years. I worship led, preached, had my own company, and was a school teacher working on my PhD. True story. And God just shut me down. He said, you're going to listen to me today. But I'm not going to let you die like that. And so I did enough to die. I'm not saying this to be proud of it. I did enough to take me out. But when God says stop and I'm going to show you, he makes no mistakes. Even though I wanted to help him, he didn't allow me to enter with him. He said, I've got people like you to talk to still. So I resurrected that day. When that happened, I've not looked the same, nor have I looked back. I'm a very different person. Say overcome. I have overcome my obstacles. Finally, I became clear about the you, which is understanding and using your power for the good of mankind and your purpose. Y is yield. Say yield. Yield. O is overcome. Say overcome. Overcome. U is to understand and use. I've got at least 78% of you with me. I'm just joking, more than that. That is what it means. Your gifts aren't for you. You are to help me. I am to help you. We stand on the shoulders of one another. I don't believe necessarily in the word opportunist. Because to me, if you're using your opportunity to create a better world, then that is a good thing. And by the way, God just gives me my opportunity. I don't know what it is about this city. Folk talking about they put you on, baby, when the anointing and God does something, you can't stand in the way of his. You just may have been a vessel, a conduit, a moment, a mere something to get that person where they need to be. Don't be tripping. Did I lose you just then? Because it's not about you all the time. Some of us get in these high places and we think for a moment it's about us and we help some. Please, just get ready to accept your blessings for God allowing you to help them. And stop hindering your blessings by tripping on the fact that they got put on. What is that? Opportunist. If it's going to feed more hungry, save more souls, if it's going to bring more money to your mama, your granny, and create legacy change, I'm all for helping you. I'm preaching to myself, perhaps. Yield. Y-O-U. Did I lose you? That's it. How does this work? I only have a couple of minutes. I can't thank you enough for coming up here and shedding your skin today. That took courage to be a man like yourself and get up here, cry and sing, and I can't tell you what's about to happen to you. I have felt your deliverance. We told you it was going to happen. You didn't. I just don't even know if you understand the ramifications of what you did. Your tears and your heart is not going unnoticed. The bottom of the pyramid is faith. Say faith. God showed me this. Faith basically is your faith in something. Now catch this, and I've talked this with one other class. I've done this before, but we're going to repeat it again. Faith is in something bigger than you. Okay? Sadly, it could be Satan too. Because he's powerful. Bigger than you. You understand that? He's got a force of universe that's, you can overcome that with, I'm not here for theology. I'm here to say faith is something bigger than you. So whatever you have, your faith is what propels your next level. Got that? That's faith. The next one is belief. Are y'all still awake with me? Yes. Belief. This is not belief in God or something bigger than, it's belief in yourself and your ability. This propels and comes from this. This is the operating factor of this. If you say you have this, but you don't have this, something is wrong with this. Did you catch that? This builds on this. I believe, do you really? My makeup artist stood in front of me 3 times Sunday. I said, I asked you the same question 3 times. I told her this today. I said, I asked you, do you deserve it? I said, let me show you what God is telling me. And by the time I finished, it was a hot moment. She boo-hooing, her makeup messed up. It was just a mess. But the point is that it won't even matter unless you believe. You may be walking around with $1 million idea, or you may have a purpose of law, or whatever it is. You might be just an amazing mom, but if you don't believe in it, it doesn't matter. You gotta get this. How do I believe, ma'am? Do something every day to ignite your belief in you. If it's a gift, sing. If it's to pray, pray. But you gotta do something every day. Does that make sense to you? I looked at a man who was sitting with me. He asked to meet with me. He's a pilot, major in the United States Navy. He flies for a living. He's one of the higher ups. He said, I feel like a failure, in tears, last week. I feel like I've not done enough. You see, it's not about credentials. It's whether you believe in yourself enough. I had him record my words. He played it to his mama, to his pastor, and he's thinking a little differently today. I'm blessing you, and I want you to get this. You gotta believe differently. Well, ma'am, I struggle with believing myself. When you find yourself doubting you, say, I'm not having that today. Look at yourself in the mirror, your iPhone, turn it on selfie, and say, I'm not doing this today. My belief is free. Say it's free. And I will start today to believe in something that I do. Are you with me? Belief in self. I don't have a lot of time. That's okay. It's in the book. Intention. This is the divergent road. This will take you to your demise or to your success. Do you hear me? I'm giving this all for you audio. You're welcome. Thank you for coming. The intentions are really interesting because if these are off, I hate to give this as an example. Women, this is not to bash us. But if you were, and I've told this one before, if you were dating a basketball player, a football player, or something because you want to try to get them checks and get them kids, okay, I only know one person like that in my life. Right? Your belief in yourself and your own capability is off. Because you're busy trying to red bottom it up for him because you don't believe you can get it yourself. Make sense? You wearing the tightest, most cutest spandex at the club, shaking it when you see him walk by, and he's sitting there not even looking at you. He's looking at the woman that's sitting there classy and full of grace talking about, I want her. Because they are attracted as well to success and belief. If someone has made it to a professional level, this is free nugget knowledge. They have some level of unparalleled belief in themselves and their ability. Doesn't mean they're cocky. It means they believe in their gifts. You understand that? And they had to have faith in something. You will find very few atheists on the field. Very few. Food for thought. Over time, you work these out. This takes growth. You do this through accountability groups, church, you do this through Bible stuff. Whatever you need to do, this takes active work. It doesn't happen overnight. You got me? So I'm not saying become this amazing guru of self-awareness overnight. The last three, actions, thoughts, and words. These you work on daily. When you wake up, you have a choice. Don't you? Do you smoke that kush? Or do you pick up your worship? Or do you pick up your worship while smoking the kush? I don't know.
Oh my God.
Some people feel like they get deeper understanding of Jesus when they smoke it. Amen, lights. I'll talk to him myself. Good cushion. I know the song. I don't want to talk about it. Your actions daily. Where you lay your head. You know what I'm saying. Don't make me go there. Who you connect your spirit with. I'll say it that way. Who you're around at dinner. It's all energy. I'm very funny about my energy. I'll be alone before I'm with bad energy. Do you understand me? I can't have everybody do my hair. It takes a certain person to be in my crown. Because I believe the crown of my head is blessed and anointed. So everybody can't touch that. Everybody can't touch my face because they're looking into my soul and through my eyes. And everybody wants something that's light. And everybody can't understand that when darkness comes to me, I have to be able to repel that and be strong enough for people like you. So I have to be very intentional about who's around me. It doesn't mean I can't be here for you for the moment. It simply means I'm wary about my presence with others, my actions. Say actions. And finally, we're going to go up to thoughts. What you think, the Bible talks about it, doesn't it? What a man thinketh, so is he. He also says, think upon these things that are true, honest, and just. Okay, I'm almost coming to a close. Your thoughts, oh my God. 70% of the human thoughts, according to Psychology Today, says are negative. 70% of your thoughts. So it doesn't take Satan always. We can do it all by ourselves, right? And then what we think is going to be what we... Yeah. My brother got